The Redmi 14 5G is Xiaomi's latest budget phone, and it's a big upgrade from the Redmi 13 4G. There wasn't even a Redmi 14 4G last year, and this phone comes with a huge 6.9-inch screen, a smooth 144Hz refresh rate, a Snapdragon processor, and a massive 7000 mAh battery. On paper, it looks like one of the best cheap phones you can buy right now. But the specs don't always show the full picture. I've been using the Redmi 15 4G, and in this video, I'll tell you what it's really like and if it's worth your money. Right inside the box, Xiaomi is giving you all you need. There is a case, a 33-watt charging adapter, a USB-C cable, a SIM ejector tool, and you don't need to spend any extra money to buy anything after you buy the phone. I paid 186,400 naira for the phone, which is around $125. My variant has 6 gigs RAM and 128 gigs storage space, but there is a model with 8 gigs RAM and up to 256 gigs storage space, which costs around 211,000 naira. I plan on comparing this phone with the Redmi 15C to help you decide which one is right for you. We can also compare it with the Samsung Galaxy A17 4G, and let me know in the comment section which comparison you wish to see first, and if you haven't, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you'll be the first to see when I upload the comparison video. Also, the storage type on the phone is UFS 2.2 and the RAM type is LPDDR4X. The Redmi 15 looks fresh, not a design language we have seen for Redmi series. The camera cutout at the back looks great, and the phone doesn't really wobble on a flat surface. It has a plastic build and the frame is also made out of plastic. I have the purple color option here, but there are two other color options. I feel this purple color definitely has to be one of the best looking colors. It is curved around the edges and it improves the overall grip of the phone while you are using it. It is a big phone and I feel it is just unnecessarily too big. People with small hands will definitely struggle to use this phone. It has a single down firing speaker and it sounds decent, definitely not what I would have wanted. There's also no headphone jack here, but there is an IR blaster at the top of the phone, which is a nice touch. The Redmi 15 4G also comes with a side-mounted fingerprint scanner that is fast at unlocking the phone. We have the SIM card slot by the side here and it supports 2 SIM cards or a memory card and a SIM card at the same time. The phone also has an IP64 water and dust resistant rating, and it is impressive at this price point. The build quality of the Redmi 15 4G is impressive considering its price, and it's a big phone, and I believe the big size of the phone has to do with the increased battery capacity that they added to the phone. Flipping the Redmi 15 to the front, you'll see the punch hole cutout, which is impressive. On the 15C, Xiaomi did give us that, and the bezels are quite noticeable around the phone. We have an IPS LCD display here with 1080p resolution and 144Hz refresh rate. In the display settings, you can select either 60, 90 or 144Hz, although you hardly get the 144Hz rate all across the display all the time. It's only get to 144Hz in specific places on the phone. It is mostly 120Hz depending on what you are doing on the display. The peak brightness here is around 850 nits and it's quite bright under direct sunlight. Colors appear bright and sharp on the screen, and because of the size, it makes watching content or playing games even more enjoyable. The display is good and you can't really complain, except maybe there are a couple of phones like the Samsung Galaxy A17 4G that has AMOLED display around this price category. And aside that, every other thing feels good. It is responsive to touch, and using it day to day, I didn't really notice any problems. Right outside the box, the Redmi 15 is running on Android 15 and HyperOS 2 is the user interface. The interface is loaded with a lot of pre-installed apps, and you also keep getting prompts to install even more apps on the phone, which is truly annoying. You can of course remove most of the pre-installed apps and even reduce some of the prompts you get to, add apps on the phone if you know your way around HyperOS. There are also rumors that the phone will be getting up to 2 or 3 years of software updates, and I'm not really sure, but I'll try my best to confirm and leave a pinned comment to inform you if I have the updated information. While that is impressive, I will point out that Samsung is offering up to 6 years of Android updates on their budget options around this price category. Animation while opening apps feels smooth, and you can also customize the phone to your taste. There is multiple users, but you have to go into additional settings and toggle it on. You also can't do split screen or open 2 apps side by side at the same time on this phone. Multitasking is actually one of the reasons we love Redmi phones, but it seems they only reserve that for more expensive Redmi phones nowadays. For AI features, you get Circle to Search and Gemini Live, which has replaced the native Google Assistant. For software, I'm going to say it's the typical One UI experience that you get on all Redmi phones. nothing really different. The Redmi 15 4G is powered by the Snapdragon 685 and performance for most part is decent. Day-to-day activities like calls, texting and even social media usage is just okay, it works well. If you are a power user, you might notice lags and slow performance if you press this phone consistently. I'll also say that the phone has been optimized to keep the performance stable. You can of course play games on the phone, but mostly at low graphic settings. If you also play for long hours, you'll notice lags and performance drops. There also wasn't noticeable overheating even after long hours of use. It only got warm after long gaming sessions. The phone is good for casual usage, but for power users, you might definitely have to look elsewhere to get better performance. For the camera, we have a 50 megapixel primary camera alongside what feels like an auxiliary lens at the back. In terms of camera, we had a 108 megapixel camera on the Redmi 13 4G, and it feels like we have downgraded back to a 50 megapixel on the Redmi 15 4G. The selfie lens is 8 megapixel, and I'm not gonna lie, I was impressed with the shots in daylight condition using the 50 megapixel primary camera. You have to select Ultra HD to get those 50 megapixel pictures in the camera app with more details, but the file sizes are quite heavy. You can also see that there are details in the shots and the colors look good, and I'm also impressed with the HDR in the pictures. Portrait mode looks good enough, edge detection and details are on point, and I also love how the phone handles skin tones in general. For selfie, I would say it's decent, but you need good lighting condition to get great photos on this phone. In areas with low light, there is noticeable noise in the images and you won't really be impressed with the pictures. You can only shoot 1080p videos with the phone. There is no form of stabilization. If your hands are shaky, it will be noticed in the video. Overall, the camera is decent at best and you need good light to make it work. You can't really depend on the Redmi 15 for video. One of the standout features of the Redmi 15 4G is the 7000 mAh battery that we have here. It is probably one of the things you get here that won't be available on other phones. It's easily a 2-day battery life phone, even for people that demand a lot from a phone. Charging the phone isn't also a pain. It goes from 0 to 100 in around an hour and 25 minutes using the charger it came with in the box. You can also use the phone to reverse charge other phones at up to 18 watts, which is impressive. Battery is probably one of the reasons why you should go ahead and buy this phone. So that's the Redmi 15 4G, a phone that looks fresh, packs a huge battery and delivers solid everyday performance, but also makes a few compromises you should know about. If you are after insane battery life and a big screen for content, this might be really worth it. But if you want better cameras, long-term software support, or more of a power for gaming, you might have to look elsewhere. I'll be testing this phone against the Redmi 15C and also the Samsung Galaxy A17 4G soon. So let me know in the comment section which one you want to see first. And if you find this video helpful, make sure you like, subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on the comparisons I talked about. I'll see you in those videos.